Final Fantasy has become one of the longest running and most well-known RPG series of all time, with some of the entries regarded as some of the best games of all time. Today though, we're going to be taking a look at the great granddaddy of the series, the one that started it all, Final Fantasy I. This absolute classic of an RPG has gotten some upgrades over the years, and today we'll be looking at the most recent and possibly the best rendition, the Pixel Remaster version. The name Final Fantasy is an interesting story in and of itself. It's clearly not final, as the most recent mainline release is Final Fantasy XVI, and there are countless spin-offs from the series. The name Final Fantasy comes from a time when Square Enix, then only known as Square, was having a rough time financially, and it looked like there was a good chance that this really would be their final game. Thankfully, the game was a huge success. So much of a success that it is still receiving remasters to this day. The most recent remaster came to consoles in 2023 in the form of the Pixel Remaster, and is the version that I will be reviewing today. I recently got 100% on this game as part of a challenge run on my channel, and with this recent complete run fresh in my mind, I wanted to give my thoughts on the game. I had played the original version of the game on the NES years ago, so I had an idea of what to expect, but there was quite a few quality of life changes added to the Pixel Remaster that add a nice polish to a classic game. The most glaring of which being the visuals. I love the look of the original, but man, the updated graphics in the Pixel Remaster are gorgeous. All the characters and enemy sprites have been completely redone, along with all of the environments. They hold true to the old school, but also remove the technical limitations of the time. Not only have the visuals been completely overhauled, but so has the soundtrack. I absolutely love the original soundtrack for Final Fantasy I, but the addition of the orchestral version is fantastic. You can even switch between the two versions at almost any time in the configuration menu. Speaking of this menu, there are loads of other added features you can find here too. You can add simulated scan lines, change the font style between a modern version and a pixelated version, and change a bunch of various settings in the boost menu. Here you can add modifiers to the amount of gil and XP you receive, as well as turn encounters on and off. Speaking of encounters, there are tons of classic enemies in this game, and this version has the addition of a bestiary where you can see how many of each enemy you've defeated, as well as their stats, what they drop, their weaknesses and resistances, and where they spawn on the map. As you can see so far, there have been a lot of upgrades in the Pixel Remaster, but I think the biggest quality of life upgrade comes in the battle system. In the original game, when you fight enemies, you assign the attack of each of your party members to your choice of the enemies. You had to be very careful when doing this, however, if you wanted to optimize your attack. If one of your party members eliminated an enemy before the attack of another of your party members, the attack of the second character would just miss entirely. This meant having to learn how much health each type of enemy had and keep track of how much damage you dealt to keep from wasting attacks. In the Pixel Remaster, however, this mechanic has been reworked. You no longer have to keep such tedious track of enemy HP, because any attacks that were meant for an enemy that has been defeated now roll to the next enemy in line, and you don't just waste your attack. I really don't think it can be overstated how much of an improvement this is. It makes the game so much more relaxed and casual, which I think is what many modern gamers are looking for in a game like this today. Another improvement that I think modern gamers will enjoy is the addition of maps. It's so nice having an overworld map built into the game, but where this addition really shines is in the dungeons. In the original game, unless you had a guidebook, you would have to explore every corner of a dungeon if you wanted to make sure you got everything from each floor. This, along with the aspect of random encounters, made for a tough, adventurous experience in each dungeon where you didn't really know what to expect. In the Pixel Remaster, however, you can pull up a map of each floor on demand, so you can see exactly where all of the chests, stairs, and doors are, as well as avoid any dead-end paths. If you're looking for a more casual and streamlined playthrough, then this version is definitely for you. Even before all of the changes, Final Fantasy I was a great game. The story may be basic, and it may not be the most complex RPG when it comes to combat, but I still love to go back and play this classic game every so often. If you're looking for more of a challenge, then the original NES version is definitely the way to go. But if you're looking to experience the game for the first time or wanting a more casual experience, then the Pixel Remaster may be the version for you. It does a great job at keeping that classic RPG feel while shaving off some of the rough edges and bringing the game forward into the modern era. If you want to see my full 100% playthrough of this game, you can click the link on screen, and if you want to see me get 100% on every mainline Final Fantasy game, then you can click the link on screen to my playlist for the 1000-hour Final Fantasy challenge, where I do just that. Thank you guys for watching, and if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, and if you want more Final Fantasy and retro gaming content, then please subscribe so you can see when more videos come out on the channel. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.